YouTube. I just wanted to make this video talking about Kevin Samuels. I haven't made any videos talking about him. He just recently blew up in like fall of 2019 or whatever, like around September or October. A lot of people just started knowing about him. I think it's because so many other famous YouTubers talked about this guy that that's how he became famous. Like, he was still, some people had heard of him, but a lot of people hadn't heard of him until other people talked about him. And then a lot of people knew about him. I don't agree with everything that he says, per se, but I have to agree with some things he says. Like, there are women who are like fives and sixes in the looks, but they swear on God that they're 10. And I mean, that's the society we live in, okay? Me being a man born in 1993, I'm born so late in the game that I never was able to see things from a perspective of somebody who's born like 1960 something or 1969 or whatever, when when the women were a little bit more humble per se. And it's crazy because even though like it seems like women born after like say 1974 or 1975, they don't act the same way as usually as women born like the 1960s. Usually it's weird how that goes. People born before that time, people born in the 60s, it was just a whole different era. But even before that, back in the day, marriage used to mean something, okay? And I've heard Kevin Samuels talk about women. He talked about women's weight and things like that. And me personally, I'm not the type of person who's just super uptight about that. But weight is one of those things where when you stop exercising, even if you don't exercise as much as you should, if you also lax on the diet too, you're going to gain weight, especially if you don't have like a super high metabolism or you're over 30. You're eventually going to gain weight. So, telling somebody that they should be thin, I mean, it gives you leeway because if somebody is thin and they gain 10 pounds, they're still gonna be thin. You're not really gonna notice it. Or somebody's average, but they're not. They're average or whatever, and they gain 10 pounds, you still might not know. But when somebody's a little bit chubby and they gain 10 pounds, it's like you can see them getting bigger. And it's really crazy because me, I'm the type of person who feel like you know as long as they weigh around what I weigh or whatever or less, I'm okay with that. 200 pounds for me would be a limit. You know, the only thing I don't like is when people lie. Like this woman was saying that she was 5'5" and 170 pounds and she had a 25-inch waist. I mean, that's possible, but that's rare, man. The average woman that is 5'5", 170, their waist is more like 35 inches. It's going to be a little bit big. You know what I'm saying? Because they weigh 170 pounds and they're 5'5", and they're a woman. So their waist is going to be a little big unless they're just muscular. If they're a bodybuilder, then yeah, they could have a 25-inch waist and be 5'5" and 170. If they're running miles and lifting weights and their muscle, they're eating lean protein and chicken and fish and stuff. They're eating vegetables. They can be that. But what I'm saying is, you got people, average everyday people, are not gonna be having these bodies like supermodels. Especially they're not having plastic surgery. We got to be realistic with ourselves. People went on there and were lying, you know. People telling Kevin Samuels that, hey, I had 3 men trying to marry me and stuff. The woman was saying this and she was laughing when she was telling him about how she had these men trying to marry her. She was laughing. And when they laugh, it's like they're admitting that they're lying, you know. And it's like when somebody lies, when they know they're lying, they start laughing because it's a joke. I just couldn't believe they had the nerve to lie, and then they were laughing, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous." But that's just how it goes, man. You know. Yeah. Anyway, that's how I feel.